Estimates 1 for the financial year.
The discussions in Parliament began with the endless debates on the role of the Senate and the National Assembly on the budget-making process. Top on the discussions was the reduction of allocations in the judiciary, with the legislators stating that the National Treasury was not mandated to make such moves.
Apart from the division of revenue bill and the county revenue of county allocation, county revenue of county allocation bill, the rest of the budget-making process is an exclusive domain of the National Assembly. If you want to participate, then you need to be in the House.
After the sessions, the Assembly approved an increase of the total development expenditure for the financial year 2019-2020 by about 50.57 billion shillings. The House also approved a reduction of the total recurrent expenditure for the financial year 2019-2020 by about 799 million shillings. However, Leader of Majority Aden Duale stated that there is need for an allowance in case for revision of the supplementary budget, as is in the case of emergencies such as the current situation with floods.
Finance emerging needs for which no amount was appropriated. For example, the floods taking place in our country now, roads destroyed, and there were no emergency funds specifically for this matter, then there is a need for supplementary estimates to be brought.
Some of the big winners in the supplementary budget is healthcare, after legislators gave a nod to the additional allocation. However, the House unanimously raised concerns over the value for money for the infrastructure projects, with the legislators calling on the concerned committees to visit the projects and submit a report on the status of the projects to the House.
Mr. Speaker, we are basically about 6 months to the end of the financial year. And Mr. Speaker, from experience, the last 2 months of the financial year, actually nothing much happens in terms of implementation. And the question I'm asking myself, Mr. Speaker, even as I discuss this supplementary budget, where we bring in so many new projects, Mr. Speaker, the question is, do we even have the time to implement the projects, Mr. Speaker?
The legislators also approved the establishment of a debt management office to look into the acquisition and usage of debt in the country.
You can't simply say, oh, this is what we want to do, so you have your wish list of projects. This is what we shall collect, you exaggerate your revenue knowing you'll not get it. And the consequential debt, in actual fact, is even higher than those projections were.
The National Assembly is expected to put the final seal of approval on the mini-budget by December 5th, 2019. Masimilanoi, K24 Business.